Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. I'm Anastasia Palacios.
Good morning. Happy Monday to you. I'm Philip Simon.
And of course, it is a pleasure to be in your company on this marvelous Monday, the 27th day of April in the year 2020, the year of the quarantine.
Star, you got all of that right this morning. I mean, on Friday you were wondering where you were, what time it was, and today it's Monday the 27th.
Yeah, the only reason I know is because I had a laptop in front of me, Phil, and I was able to look down quickly for the date just to remind myself exactly where we are. Of course, this has been 4 weekends of complete lockdown for the nation. And if rumors are to be believed, as spread by our local news dailies, that lockdown should continue today for another 4 weeks following conversations in Parliament this morning.
I tell you, it's already been a pretty heavy and active conversation out there in the social media realm about, what this exactly means, not just from a health perspective, because obviously we trust that our leadership is making decisions based on the best possible information. But then even beyond that, obviously the economic implications. Some people have been running on about the political implications. I mean, who cares about that right now? But listen, it's stressful, and at some point in time there has to be a tipping point. We're going to either have to figure out how to mitigate, or we may have to figure out how to live with COVID. Something's going to have to give.
Yeah, well, I certainly think living with COVID is going to be one of those options, though I do think that it will take us a little longer, maybe than some other countries. I know a lot of people have been citing Sweden and the fact that they've not had lockdowns as an example of ways in which you can build herd immunity and kind of thrive amidst the virus. Of course, Sweden being a different type of population with different eating habits, different opportunities for fresh food, fresh groceries, etc. And so I think that our teams that are working on this are looking at all of that and figuring out the best way that they can move forward. Obviously, at this point, the conversation seems to be that they cannot do so effectively before the 30th of May, and so I guess we'll see where that goes. Of course, seeing that the Prime Minister appointed a new economic committee, which seems to be made up of some brilliant minds. Of course, amongst the youth, he's getting some criticism for that committee. No one under 40 is on it, and in addition to that, we don't see really much diversity in terms of the types of businesses or minds that are on the committee. And certainly as we move forward, if we're talking about a new future, one that's not just based on tourism, which is why we find ourselves in such dire straits now, we would want to be looking at some people who have just some different perspectives, I think. And so I'm not sure who watches the show or how far my voice goes, but certainly, while an excellent committee to begin with, I'm hoping that the Prime Minister will add maybe 2 or 3 more names that are more diverse, that are more representative of the future of our nation, including people that understand climate change and climate policy and, that sort of work. And then, of course, young people who should always be represented on anything that we do.
Yeah, I second everything that you say there. It was a good start. It represents the positions that we knew would have to be represented. But there's so much more. I mean, there's agriculture, there's manufacturing, there's fisheries, there's technology, there's ICT, there's the involvement, you pointed it out right away, of youth, because they're a different set of thinkers than certainly you are, than even I am. And, the future belongs to them, and certainly, hopefully they'll be engaged, even though they may not be a part of the actual committee. We don't know how it's going to work just yet. You've got Marlon and Ken there at the helm, and Lord knows we pray for them right now. So let's see what happens going forward. But you're right, that's an indication that we may be in this for the long haul. And again, my only hope is that it just doesn't become another working committee where you develop a report, you develop strategy, and it goes on that big, wonderful shelf where everything else
is. Yeah, the plan. Yep, agreed 100%. Certainly want to send a very special good morning to those people in Grand Bahama this morning, especially those nurses at the Ryan Memorial Hospital, those who would have really been going through it since Territorian. I would have had some more extreme challenges yesterday with the weather system there. Of course, we're going to learn more about what the week has in store for us weather-wise with Garth Burnside in just a few minutes. But of course, really, really, really wanting to just extend my thanks to that group of loyal nurses and workers down there at the Ryan Memorial Hospital that just go above and beyond, even given the circumstances. And I feel I just never forget my hometown, my home island, and just really hoping to see more happen for them over the next few years as best as they can, given, of course, the many challenges that we're faced with as a nation at this time.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Sometimes in the middle of this, we forgot that we just got through Dorian. But so
Yeah.
certainly, second, that gratitude and that expression of thanks, not just for those in Grand Bahama and those on the front line, the doctors and the nurses and those who caretake, but again, everybody else who is, doing their best and just working, on behalf of people. And that's one thing I really still love about being Bahamian is that we still truly care about each other. Sometimes we show it in a bit of a weird way, but certainly we do care about each other. And in fact, this morning we're going to be talking about some of that care. Dr. Locksley Monroe is here to talk about the impact of the coronavirus on healthcare professionals.
And that's got to be a great conversation. We certainly know that a lot of them have been significantly put at risk at varying times. Right now, there are about 100 of them who are out and being tested, etc. So we're looking forward to that conversation just to learn more about how we can continue to support them and then take care of ourselves as best we can, since many of us aren't able to just go and see doctors regularly as we normally would. Also going to be talking with Dr. Barrett about how to hold up under the mental strain of this crisis. And I think that's an excellent conversation to have. Because like you said, it's really getting, the longer we stay, the more challenging it becomes. And so looking forward to that conversation as well. And then we've got the Sick Kids Caribbean Initiative. They're here with us. They're going to be talking about pediatric oncology in the Bahamas. So that should be good as well.
Yeah, and of course, we've got the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce CEO and the Vice President are here to talk a little bit more about exactly what does this Economic Recovery Committee, what challenges and work that they have ahead of them, and of course the impact that it's had, the virus, it's of course on our economy and businesses in general.
All right, so we're looking forward to all of that. But before we get to it, we're going to take a first look at weather with Godfrey Burnside. Godfrey, please let us know if we should expect another mini storm coming to us this week so that we can plan
I'm all for that.
Here is Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. First in insurance, today, tomorrow.
Pakistan, good morning, Bahamas. No many storms stars. Had some heavy downpours yesterday. Expect some more by the end of the week with another cold front. This morning we do have a firm boundary just over the Berry Islands, North Andros and South Abaco. Moving towards the southeast, should move to the capital sometime by late morning, early afternoon hours. 1 or 2 showers associated with that system as it moves through the capital. High pressure builds behind that, and you have some windy conditions over the next 48 hours. Any weather today, a mix of sun and clouds. On the warm side, there's a few showers along that former boundary. High temperature 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, we can expect partly cloudy skies. On the mild side, low temperature going down to 74 degrees Fahrenheit. And there's some regional highs and lows across the Caribbean. Barbados 82 and 77. In Jamaica 83 and 70. Across Trinidad 89 76. And the Turks and Caicos Islands 88 and 76. Across North America, Atlanta 69.45, in Raleigh 67.46, in Miami 86.74, Dallas, Texas 81.62, and Toronto, Canada 47 and 34. As we go through the week, pretty good weekend stuff weather-wise. Up to Thursday, then we expect increasing cloudiness, some showers again, possible thunderstorms as another cool front moves through sometime late Friday into Saturday morning across the islands. Little cool down. You look like the mid-80s tomorrow and the low 70s, but as the week progresses, those temperatures going to the upper 80s at daytime and the upper 60s, after 70s, at nighttime. That puts up in your first look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Star.
Thank you so much, Godfrey. Well, since 2013, Sick Kids Center for Global Child Health and Department of Sick Kids Foundation in Toronto, Canada, has collaborated with healthcare professionals in the Bahamas to support the early identification and treatment of children living with cancer and blood disorders. The regional program, dubbed Sick Kids Caribbean Initiative, or SDI, has strengthened the practice of pediatric oncology in the Bahamas and impacted the lives of many young people. Here is Arthur Burrows with this important story.
went to the hospital. I laid him in the chair. And the voice said to me, the swinging door, there's going to be a nurse coming through. This is the Holy Ghost speaking to me. Go to her. She will listen. The door swung open. The nurse came through. I walked her and I said, Mom, please just listen to what I have to say. She said, what is it? I said, my child, he doesn't want to be in a room with light. I've had him from doctor to doctors. Nobody's listening. Everyone's saying it's only a regular skin infection. He's not eating. Now he's not walking properly. So she said, where is he? I said, there he is. She said, get him. I lift him up. She said, put him down. Let him walk to me. And that was the first time in February of 2015 when he started to walk sideways. He was losing the sense of direction then. She said, how long was he walking like that? I said, that just started. She ran to him. She lifted him up and ran in the back with him. She called for an emergency CT to be done. When that was done, she came back to me maybe about an hour, 2 hours later, and she shook her head. And she said, it's not good. He has a tumor in the back of his brain. It tore me apart. When I was sent to Dr. Sinclair, I always call her my guiding angel, a God sent. She told me that she know of a place that is by the name of Sick Kids Foundation.
So there are 6 countries, 7 sites. Jamaica has 2 sites, so it has the University of West Indies Hospital as well as Bustamante Children's Hospital. The other countries that are included in the initiative included Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Lucia, and us, the Bahamas. We are all small countries. I mean, especially the Bahamas. I mean, we only have a population of only about under 400,000. So when you're talking about the impact of cancer and how we're going to make a difference, you are a small voice in the wilderness. This project actually has gained a lot of mileage, and we have had a good success story to tell because of all of these contributions. Right here in the Bahamas, Telco donated $100,000 towards the setup of a telemedicine unit. And this, in fact, is something that we use not only for the communication with sick kids with regards to doing the case consultation and the educational sessions, but this has also served to be a significant asset to the institution, because this telemedicine unit is what we use to help to communicate with other entities for similar things like education, interviews, face-to-face. So, you know, this $100,000 contribution for them was a very tangible thing that has been set up and is still in operation right at the library. So it is used not only by the Sick Kids Caribbean Initiative, but also by the University of the West Indies and the Public Hospital Authority. So I'm very, very, very proud of the nurses. I think that this is probably one of the biggest success stories that we have as a country because of this initiative.
I actually never really saw myself as a pediatric nurse, especially when it comes to the really little babies. But being exposed to the program, it actually made me more comfortable, made me want to work more with children. That's how in-depth the course was. So it actually took my fear away from working with these little children to now being more comfortable, knowing that, okay, something happened, I know what to do.
I've been able to connect with what I was exposed to at home without the background knowledge. So now I would have been able to understand why this is being done, why that is being done, because we've been exposed to certain procedures, like when we're doing the diagnosing of patients with cancer, and then some of the treatment management. We've been exposed before we went into the classroom. So plenty of the terms that we learn here, we were able to connect when we get over there in the classroom.
With the leadership and management course, they showed us, devices and different leadership styles and different things, basically how to think about moving forward and not just dwelling on the difficulties, but moving forward and solving them. So that was the course that really mostly stood out for me. Everything that we did over there in terms of the course, I put to practice over here and try to remember, because we see it coming back with not every child, but you see it coming back with different children.
My name is Tibano Adli. I'm 9 years old.
Do you remember anything about your journey?
Well, I was in a lot of pain.
You remember the pain that you had? Can you describe what that pain is like?
Well, my whole body couldn't move or do anything except for feel pain.
It was awesome. It was awesome. The people, they treat you like family. You feel as if you always knew them. They greet you. They make sure that you're comfortable. They care. It is something that I would never, ever in my whole entire lifetime forget. And I promised myself that if I should ever be able to help others, I would be there to help them, like they helped me, like they helped my family.
My life is so much better since I got out of the hospital.
So we have done something that is remarkable, and the platform on which we stand is something that is special, and I think it's something that hopefully other people can mirror as a success story that they can use to take forward and make mileage in other areas too.
As we navigate our way through this rapidly evolving COVID-19 pandemic, we are spending substantial time on computers, tablets, and cell phones. These devices have become a significant part of our lives, but the long hours of screen time and the distance at which we view them can result in eye strain and fatigue, blurred and unstable vision, headaches, dry eyes, and many other symptoms. Computer screens should be positioned approximately an arm's length away from your face and at eye level. Cell phones and tablets should be positioned approximately 12 to 16 inches away from your eyes. To minimize digital eye strain, you may adopt the 20-20-20 rule, which is, after 20 minutes of screen time, look at an object that is 20 feet away for approximately 20 seconds. These preventative tips can contribute to healthier eyes and more stable vision. I am Dr. Charlie Mullers, optometrist at the Princess Margaret Eye Care Center.
Business in the Box is your solution for business from Cable Bahamas. It's an internet, voice, mobile, and advertising solution all in one place. Get reliable internet, free domestic call, and a live corporate package, and free TV ad placement, all starting with packages as low as $164 a month. You can save over $3,000 a year. Just call 601-8911. That's 601-8911. And ask for Business in a Box from Cable Bahamas Business Solutions. Terms and conditions apply.
Good afternoon. First response. How can I help you?
I've been in an accident on West Bay Street. Can you send someone to help?
Yes, ma'am. Our first response team will be there in 15 minutes. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine, but a bit upset.
We're glad you're not hurt. Please, try to relax. Our team will take care of everything as soon as they arrive.
First Response provides immediate on-site service and support from the scene of an accident through the claims and repair process. And it's free to all Bahamas First insured drivers in New Providence every day for any type of accident. If you drive and want First Response on your side, call 321st or visit bahamasfirst.com for the name of an authorized Bahamas First agent. First Response can't prevent an accident from happening,
But it can certainly ease your mind when it happens.
Welcome back to Bahamas Sunrise. A very interesting morning, of course. We're coming to you live via Zoom, and we're working on all of the technical challenges here. We've got a little combo going on this morning. We're going to be talking about our most essential workers, of course. They're on the front line in this fight against COVID-19, and that would be some of our healthcare professionals, particularly at the Princess Margaret Hospital. Always a privilege and a pleasure to have one of our esteemed, I won't call him old, of course, but he's been around for a very long time. Dr. Loxley Monroe, Consultant General Surgeon at PMH. Doc, so good to have you back on Bahamas at Sunrise. Firstly, how are you doing?
Good morning, and thank you very much for the invitation. I'm doing pretty well so far. A little bit stressed given the circumstances, but trying to make it through.
Wow. Well, Doc, I mean, it seems as though you're already hard at work looking at that background. I don't know if you're home or not, but these circumstances are something that I imagine that you've never even seen before in your career.
Well, to a certain extent, I have. During my training, we ran into dengue in Jamaica. Then when I came home, we had HIV in 1982. And then when I went back to training, there was the problem of hepatitis B. And then once I came back home, we had the whole problem of Ebola. So literally, there have been a number of times when potential for infectious disease was very, very high. So I've been there.
All right. Well, I tell you what, one thing that really stands out about this particular virus is the fact that it is so contagious. In fact, healthcare professionals around the world have been impacted, and of course, those locally would have been compromised, and we would have read and heard recently the impact that it's had on a ward there at the PMH. Can you speak to this a little bit?
Well, essentially, it's a part of the disease, of any disease. Literally, it has an incubation period when you would not know that someone has the problem. You're delivering care, and you're putting yourself at risk. You're putting all the other staff at risk. And then 3 days later, 4 days later, all of a sudden, the patient shows the symptoms, and you realize that all those looking after that person literally has been in contact with the disease. That's not unusual. So, yeah.
So how has this been affecting the overall care in general over there at the PMH, and of course the area that your specialty is in, particularly surgeries?
Well, primarily it means that you have to reduce interaction, and that is why Princess Margaret, our department, is on emergencies only for urgent cases. And even in the private sector, you're trying to reduce the interaction. With surgery, the danger is even greater, primarily because with our anesthetic colleagues, they have to intubate the patient, they have to put that tube in their throat, and everybody reacts to that, and they're going to cough back into that anesthetic. And then we use something called a diathermy, and that causes what we call aerosolization of fluid, and that puts the surgeon at risk. So it's surgery and anesthesia are high-risk disciplines in medical care.
Yeah, well, Doc, I mean, you know, we've talked about this for a long time, and again, we're learning so much about this particular stream of the virus, and it's different than the flu. And so when we talk about, you know, the impact that it has on the body, how exactly does the coronavirus attack the body and the lungs in particular that makes it such a dangerous virus?
Well, I'll differ a little bit from what you said. Corona is similar to the flu. The difference is that it's a brand new virus. It has learned a way to access our body. And there is a normal receptor primarily in the lung. And that virus has mutated and found a way to turn that receptor into the key to unlock our bodies. That's how that virus behaves. It's called the angiotensin converting enzyme receptor. And the virus binds onto that, and it finds a way to get into the lung cell, to the alveolar cell. Yes. And then once it does that, the virus then behaves like most viruses do. It behaves like a leaf blower or like a tractor that's leveling a road. It just destroys the whole surface of the lung. Yes.
Doc, there's been a lot of conversation recently about vaccines, and you know, it seems as though it has to be the way forward. Do we have any hopes of a vaccine being produced? And then the second part of this question is, you know, we've been on shutdown and lockdown now for weeks, and as a medical professional, do you continue to recommend this strategy going forward until a potential vaccine or antibody is found, or do we find a way to resume our work and our life and our school schedules?
Well, with the vaccine, it takes about maybe 12 to 18 months to develop the vaccine. And primarily, you have to find a proper antigen on the virus. You have to develop the vaccine. You have to test it and make sure that it's safe. And then you're going to distribute it. Now, distribution should go to those at the highest risk, followed by other levels of persons. Of course, that takes a while. It also depends on your country's economic status. You got first world, second world, third world. As far as returning to work, I think our government is doing a pretty decent job, primarily because with the lockdown, it speaks to the danger of this coronavirus. Bob Marley sings this song, "In this great future, don't forget your past." In 1918, they had the Spanish flu, and between 17 to 50 million persons died because we didn't know about the flu, same as we don't know about corona. So we have to put in place measures that's going to protect persons. And this shutdown causes people to understand how serious this whole incident is. So it's going to go on for a while as far as safety is concerned. And then we have to establish a new norm. See, a new norm. I saw something by where they license your cars and whatnot, where the employees are coming to the vehicles and dealing with people one-on-one. Amazon and eBay and all those online, those companies, that's how they do their work. I think the new norm is going to be not persons getting together, but they're going to have to employ people to individually do things for their clients. You know, in other words, you want to go to the food store, you make a call, you send your list, somebody put it in the trolley for you, they call you, you come and you check, you pay for your thing, and you get out of the food store. So we're going to have to establish a new norm. Yeah.
Tell you what, Doc, I know that's going to be, something that we're all going to have to make significant adjustment towards. Thank you so much for being available here to us on Bahamas at Sunrise. I know we had to do a little improvisation to get you, to hear you this morning, but thank you so much. Always a pleasure. Dr. Loxley Monroe, Consultant General Surgeon at the PMH. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, you're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Hi, Bahamas. So this is Melanie Hall, a registered nurse by profession. My colleagues and I go to work for you every day. Please stay home for us. As we battle this COVID-19, we will come out on top. We love you, Bahamas.
One thing, two things, blue thing, bold things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Of course, we're coming to you live from Zoom. I'm Anastasia Palacios.
Monday to you, I'm Philip Simon. Where exactly is from Zoom?
So live from Zoom means that we want to remind people that we're not in our normal studio. And so if anything goes wrong from a technical perspective, they understand and appreciate that we too have been going through the struggles and challenges of meeting online.
But I tell you what, Star, one thing that this crisis and pandemic has reinforced how much we really need each other, right? I mean, sometimes we say, oh, I just don't like being around people. You know what? I kind of miss that.
Yeah, well, I miss having the option. I miss having the option to say, nah, I'm not going nowhere. And it being my choice versus somebody telling me that I've got to stay home. And the option for me to say, no, I don't want to go around people also meant that I could take my people, my home outside of the house, which means that my daughter could play on a playground. My husband and I could go and have dinner. And so you could be as secluded as you wanted to be, but still in the company of others. And so, I think that there are lots of us that are just missing the opportunity to just do as we wish. This has really been a time for us to come to appreciate that our freedoms are not as free as we think they are. And so I think many of us just miss the opportunity to choose.
That's well said, Star. Well said. Well said. Again, a special thank you to Dr. Monroe and all of the doctors and nurses. We said it at the beginning of the show. We continue to say it to all of those on the front lines. Just a very special thank you, man. It just must be incredibly taxing and stressful.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. And not just for them, but for everyone, working in our food stores, all of the sanitation workers,
officers,
both in the hospital and around town. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I think that we've been doing relatively well. And I'm sure that we will learn some more today as the PM goes into Parliament about what the next steps are for all of us. But here at Bahamas at Sunrise, we do have more to come. We're going to be talking with Dr. Timothy Barrett about dealing with the stress related to COVID and how do we cope with that from a mental place. So I'm actually really looking forward to that conversation. I know a lot of us have many challenges, whether it's work-related, family-related, being locked in and cooped up can certainly sometimes bring out the worst in us. And so we want to learn more about how we cope and what are the strategies to doing better.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and some of us had challenges before COVID. We've also got the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employees Confederation in the house. The CEO, Jeffrey Beckles, and Timothy Ingram, Vice Chairman. They're going to talk to us more about how businesses are navigating and, of course, finding ways to survive and adapt during this challenge. So, again, likewise, I'm looking forward to talking to those guys.
I always look forward to talking with Jeffrey Beckles, and so that should be a great conversation, Phil. Before we get to any of that, though, we are going to take a second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside, hoping that he will give us some good news about the weather that we can see through our windows this week. Godfrey, here you are.
As we navigate our way through this
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First in Insurance, today, tomorrow.
Thank you, Stan. Good morning, Bahamas. In our second look at weather at Sunrise, we have a cold front over North Andros, the Berry Islands, and South Abaco moving towards the southeast, and that should move into New Providence area sometime by late morning, early afternoon hours. Could bring along with a couple of showers for the most part. High pressure built behind that system and some breezy conditions in the wake of that coming through the islands. In your marine forecast today, those winds south to southwest at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet ahead of that frontal boundary, but shifting north to northeast, and those winds increasing 15 to 20 knots seas, building 4 to 6 feet after frontal passage. In the central southeastern islands, those winds are southeast to south at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet. On Tuesday, those winds become northeast to east at 15 to 20 knots seas, 4 to 6 feet over northwest Bahamas, continuing east to southeast at easterly at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet over the central and southeastern islands. Then on Wednesday, across all the islands, those winds east to southeast at 15 to 20 knots, seas 4 to 6 feet. Your tides. You can expect a high tide at 11:22 this morning. Your next low tide will be at 5:23 this afternoon. High gain tonight at 11:49. Sun says 7:38 this evening, rises more at 6:36. UV index 8, your water temperature 70 degrees Fahrenheit, honeymoon phase. We're now moving towards the first quarter. In your extended outlook, we expect a mix of sun clouds tomorrow, but partly sunny to remain the week until Friday, when you expect increasing cloudiness and some showers after another formal boundary will be a late start Friday night into Saturday morning, and those temperature daytime will be in the mid-80s tomorrow, but climbing up into the upper 80s, and at daytime, at nighttime, in the upper 70s. That puts you up in your phone. Look at weather sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Bahamas at Sunrise will be back after this short commercial break.
No. Yeah. 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 No. Yeah.
The entire Colina family is safely at home. Essential workers do not have that option because the Bahamas needs them now more than ever. So my colleagues would like to say,
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of those persons who are on the front line every day.
Thank you, essential workers.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
We pray to continue to be safe. We pray to continue to be strong despite of the many challenges that we all are facing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We truly appreciate you and will keep you in our prayers.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise, the April 27th, Monday, April 27th edition. We are currently in the midst of a global pandemic. It's affecting economies around the world and definitely an economic downturn, and business owners here locally are facing this very unprecedented crisis. Here to talk with us this morning is the Chief Executive Officer of the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation, Jeffrey Beckles, and he's joined by the Vice Chairman, Mr. Timothy Ingram. Good morning, gentlemen. Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. So good to see you once again.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Good morning. Thanks for having us. So here we are. This particular virus and this pandemic has led to a shutdown of many businesses, not just here, but around the world. But specifically, from the Chamber of Commerce's perspective, what have you been seeing and what has been the experience of your membership?
Well, there's no doubt that the pandemic has had a negative effect on businesses around the world, and particularly here in the Bahamas. What we have been doing more specifically is understanding the immediate needs of the private sector and our members, and ensuring that measures are put in place. I know that we've been lobbying very diligently for the stimulus programs that have been rolled out, and we're very happy to see that in the payroll subsidy, a number of companies are now taking advantage of that. So it's an indication that companies are responding to the downturn, but it's also an indication of the fact that they are letting us know what their specific needs are. And we certainly appreciate the efforts of those enterprises thus far.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, obviously, it's gonna be a long road ahead. Tim, we've talked about, obviously what government is doing, the partnership that it has with the private sector. Sometimes it's been a little contentious in future, but which businesses thus far have been able to pivot and continue during the pandemic, and which ones do you see as having a real challenge going forward?
Well, I think the businesses which embrace technology before the pandemic have found an easier time of it. They've been able to arrange delivery, the curbside pickup. The businesses that had gone into delivery or logistics, those have been the ones that have really taken off during this time, and we're even seeing new ones coming into being. The businesses which have been slow to adapt to the technology are the ones that are suffering at the moment, I think. And going forward, I think we'll continue to have an issue. I mean, we heard Dr. Monroe in the earlier segment talk about going forward in the new norm, at least for a while, where we'll continue to be social distancing, there'll continue to be online shopping, remote pickups, and that kind of thing. And so I think those are the type of businesses that will struggle. I think we'll see a lot more of them get online, and a lot more businesses getting online. But it's kind of a new normal, and we see even more of our members who are clamoring. They're ready. There's a sector or some members who've been ready to move their business online, and this will certainly push them toward that, and they're lobbying, and we're lobbying on their behalf to get them open and operating.
Yeah. Jeff, I mean, we just don't know. I mean, we talk about it all the time. We just don't know what exactly the future holds. I mean, but what do you say? What do you say in the midst of this to your membership, to businesses that might be right there walking along that cliff? And then, of course, the recovery time that it's going to take, particularly for economies like ours, that again, we may be resilient, but then we're also vulnerable.
Right. Well, two things that we've done in recent times that is showing very good progress. One, with our representation at the national level through our chair of the chamber, we have been able to elevate the specific needs of the business community. At the same time, the chamber has really called on its cadre of experts on our board and through our membership to provide advisory help directly to businesses who have contacted us with specific concerns. And we've been able to do that very successfully, whether it's HR, whether it's resiliency, whether it's moving to a mobile office, whether it's how do I transform my company to a digital operation. We have seen that one of the best ways we've been able to provide help in this space, because there's really no silver bullet solution, there's no benchmark. Everybody's going through the same challenge. So one of the things we've been able to do is literally call on the vast experience in our membership to help other members of the business community manage through these challenging times.
Well, I tell you what, the challenge continues. We anticipate an announcement coming out of the Parliament today from the Prime Minister that we may be under these conditions at least for another month. Tim, what exactly does that mean? And again, how long do you think we can go? And then, of course, the natural question after that, or the natural question that comes as a part of that debate is, when and how should we open up?
Well, if we are extended until the end of May, as has been suggested, I think a lot of businesses will slide a little closer to the edge, unfortunately. Hopefully there will be some more government assistance which comes along to assist those businesses to help them out a bit and to keep them, because we need a very vibrant and robust business sector. We need a vibrant and robust small and medium enterprises. And so, hopefully those businesses will get some support. Hopefully, as as the economy goes along. And we're seeing it around the world where economies are moving fairly slowly, and taking it one step at a time, and try to maintain social distances in the businesses that do open up. With one or two exceptions, we know somewhere like Georgia, they open up areas that were a bit curious. But for the most part, I think as the numbers start to go down, as the medical experts said, okay, it's okay for a bit more of us to be out there, out and about in the economy. We'll see that slowly start to ramp up. I wouldn't be surprised to see it even during the month of May. And we saw it last week with the hardware stores and gardening stores opening. And as we go along, I wouldn't be surprised to see a few more businesses added to that as well, so that you come to the end of May and there's a lot more activity in the economy, which certainly most of our businesses would definitely appreciate it.
You know, we're definitely intertwined in terms of a global economy as well. Jeff, you know, looking out, I mean, some people are saying this is going to be at a minimum an 18-month recovery process, and depending on how things go, you know, in the world, and in particular with the American economy, you know, we're going to be challenged.
We are going to have a challenge, and I think that is what part of our responsibility is, to share with the private sector and with the community at large. How do we make the adjustments? We know it's going to be a difficult road ahead, but how do we make the adjustments in the moment to ensure that we do have the ability to get through it? And then how do we start the conversations about rethinking the entire economy? We've been talking about diversity for a very long time, but what does that now mean? And right now, as somebody said the other day, and we agree that we're in the do season, we're in the DO season. We can't talk about it. We have to look very seriously at our agricultural space, arts and cultural spaces, the blue economy. We have to now talk about the action plans. How do we execute these things? How do we feed ourselves? How do we use ocean resources to help feed the Bahamas in the first instance, and yet provide opportunities for future business young entrepreneurs? And then how do we use this opportunity to pivot to become a more digitally oriented society? How do we keep our eyes on the emerging needs that are going to come out of this globally and yet domestically, that will create opportunities in the meantime? And then lastly, how do we retool ourselves? All of us have an opportunity now to look at our skill sets and determine, no, we're not going to die. It's going to be a rough ride, but what are those things that we can actually do in this downtime to help us prepare for this emerging world?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Listen, gents, so much more to talk about, and hopefully these wonderful views are going to be shared on that new Economic Recovery Committee that the Chamber is well represented on. Jeffrey Beckel, CEO of the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employees Confederation. Timothy Ingram, Vice Chairman. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here in Bahamas to Sunrise. Hopefully we can continue this conversation again soon.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, great. Watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
As we navigate our way through this rapidly evolving COVID-19 pandemic, we are spending substantial time on computers, tablets, and cell phones. These devices have become a significant part of our lives, but the long hours of screen time and the distance at which we view them can result in eye strain and fatigue, blurred and unstable vision, headaches, dry eyes, and many other symptoms. Computer screens should be positioned approximately an arm's length away from your face and at eye level. Cell phones and tablets should be positioned approximately 12 to 16 inches away from your eyes. To minimize digital eye strain, you may adopt the 20-20-20 rule, which is, after 20 minutes of screen time, look at an object that is 20 feet away for approximately 20 seconds. These preventative tips can contribute to healthier eyes and more stable vision. I am Dr. Charlene Wallace, optometrist at the Princess Margaret Eye Care Center.
Business in the Box is your solution for business from Cable Bahamas. It's an internet, voice, mobile, and advertising solution all in one place. Get reliable internet, free domestic call, and a live corporate package, and free TV ad placement, all starting with packages as low as $164 a month. You can save over $3,000 a year. Just call 601-8911. That's 601-8911. And ask for Business in a Box from Cable Bahamas Business Solutions. Terms and conditions apply.
Well, welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Emotions are running high during this coronavirus pandemic. Some of us and our family members are experiencing great stress and strain at this time, and so we thought it was very appropriate to invite psychiatrist Dr. Timothy Barrett to show us some much-needed counsel on how we deal with our mental state during this process. Dr. Barrett, good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Morning to you. Good morning, Bahamas.
A pleasure to have you with us today. Such an important conversation for us to have. And I want to jump in right away by finding out, how do we deal with fear? In particular, how do we deal with the fear of, one, catching the virus, and then two, perhaps the fear that we have associated with dying?
Well, first of all, fear, the word conjures up negative reactions in people in general. I was afraid, we were fearful. It stops us from functioning properly. We need fear in our lives, so because it is adaptive, it helps us to make the right kinds of choices once we go through an experience when we realize, okay, can't do that again. So fear is normal, natural, and adaptive. Abnormal fear or irrational fear is what really gets us into problems. And to be honest, when I see some of the lines that I pass, and when I see photos of lines of people who are not respecting the physical distance, I'm thinking they don't have enough fear of. But you understand what I'm saying? It should really make us do the right things now, and that abnormal fear, worrying too much, going into a panic, being disabled, that's not good. But not having the appropriate fear, that's not good as well. And so we understand that just the word fear, that's not the issue. It's how the person deals with it. What's the attitude of that person toward, say, coronavirus or whatever. Now, most people have a fear of dying from COVID-19. Okay, COVID-19 is the disease. SARS-CoV-2 or coronavirus is the virus. They're two different things. But most people have a fear of getting COVID-19, which is the disease, and then dying from it. And so that is the fear that people have. And it doesn't jive with what we know about COVID-19, because only 5% of people are severely ill. And so it's not rational, so we need to put it in its context. First of all, I need to be appropriately afraid of contracting the virus. So I keep my physical distance, I keep my hands from my mouth, my eyes, my nose, I wipe down my surfaces, I wash my hands, I do the necessary things to protect me and the people around me. So that's very important.
Okay. And then how should we be handling maybe any losses that might be associated with this virus? So for example, we do know that 11 people have passed away already. They would of course have family and friends in our society, and whether we're loosely connected or not, many of us feel for these losses. How do we deal with loss during this time?
Well, all of us are experiencing the loss of our normal lifestyle. And so we're all going through some sort of grief. The ones that experience the actual loss of loved ones, they're going to have it very difficult, because it's not business as usual. You can't, in the case of a friend of mine who just got out of quarantine herself a couple of days ago, and her husband, having died from COVID-19, was not able to be in contact with his remains, do the rituals of last goodbyes and all that sort of thing that we expect. This is going to create a new kind of grieving, because we can't do the burials, we don't have the eulogies, and we don't have the repasts. So I don't know what to tell people in this at this time other than make a note of what you're experiencing and, talk to friends and professionals if you think you need that kind of help, because everything is going to be new. This is unprecedented.
Okay. Is there a special way that we should be talking to the elderly or to young people?
Well, let's first deal with young people. We have to remember that children and adolescents, they're experiencing this through two lenses. They see the adults' experiences and they have their own experience. So we need to talk to them and realize that they have a different way of looking at it from their viewpoint at their stage of life. So we need to keep them in the conversation, calmly explain to them what we know about it, emphasize the importance of the physical distancing and the disciplines that go along with it, not touching the face, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, washing of hands, cleaning down surfaces. But we need not to expose them to our feelings of helplessness and hopelessness and inability to do anything about it, because we have to let them know that, look, we control what we can and we just manage with good discipline those things that those situations where we have to come into contact with other people. It's a good time to talk to them about how they see life as well. Okay, so this is a good time for that. With the elderly, I think we have to remember that not too long ago, older people were respected and revered almost, and we would go to them for our counsel. Once we moved away from the extended family situation, the older people got left behind, and they no longer were the ones who we went to for wisdom. But if we have older people in our households, then we discuss their experiences with them, because they have more than younger people. And if they've gone through difficulties, then find out how they went through. Now, if the older people are compromised and they have, say, cognitive or dementia problems, then we have to make sure to monitor and supervise them so that they're not at risk and they do not put other people at risk.
All right. Well, Dr. Barrett, I think you gave us some wonderful words to reflect on this morning. And of course, we're so grateful that you joined us, remembering and reminding ourselves that the right amount of fare is necessary, but we don't want to be outlandish in our fares, and we want to combat those as quickly as possible with reasonable facts. And then, of course, that we want to be able to speak to our young people about situations that we cannot always control and model the right examples for them, while, of course, making sure that we respect and honor the elderly in our conversations and observances of them. So thank you so much for joining us this morning on Bahamas at Sunrise.
My pleasure.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Business in the Box is your solution for business from Cable Bahamas. It's an internet, voice, mobile, and advertising solution all in one place. Get reliable internet, free domestic call, and a live corporate package, and free TV ad placement, all starting with packages as low as $164 a month. You can save over $3,000 a year. Just call 601-8911. That's 601-8911. And ask for Business in the Box from Cable Bahamas Business Solutions. Terms and conditions apply.
that's going to do it for this edition of Bahamas at Sunrise. We trust you had an entertaining time as we did. Doc said that we ain't never scared, style, and we should be sometime.
Yeah, no, Doc provided a lot of great information. As always, a very informative show, and grateful that you were able to be with us through it. We're going to see you again, as my comment would say, God's sparing life on Friday.
All right. Take care.